What's good? It's your boy Derrick Milano, and this is Popdust Presents.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another installment of Popdust Presents. I'm your host, Decent, and we got a very, very special guest in the building today. I've been following this brother for a minute, and he's probably one of the most famous, not famous people yet ever meet. He's so famous, I have a feeling that once he steps out this building, he's just gonna blow up. That's how on the grind, and that's how on the rise he is. Give it up for the one, the only, Derrick Milano. Derrick,
what's good, man? How's going on? Derrick Milano.
To kind of give the audience a little bit of a backstory, I found out about Derrick maybe about, I want to say, 4 years ago, give or take. The Brandon Armstrong video that he had on Vine, and he had this song, That Ain't Your Bitch.
No, that ain't your bitch. That ain't your bitch. Yeah. Your girl be all in my face. She let me run game on it. Rock that whole ass squad. My niggas run a train on it. It seems like these hoes these days ain't loyal for shit.
So, make sure you guys go check that out. Shout out to B.8.5, by the way. But I heard that, I was like, yo, this song is dope. So I pretty much followed you on social, of course, hit your SoundCloud up, and it seems like every time I turn around, you just drop new music. So I just felt like, yo, like this kid got it, and you've been on the grind ever since then. So to give a little bit of insight to who you are as a person, why don't you give people your backstory, where you come from, what inspires you, all that good stuff.
Word, well, like y'all know, my name is Derrick Milano. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was raised in Wilmington, Delaware. And it's not many artists come from Delaware. I don't even think you can name one. But I was raised out there. I went to school from middle school all the way through high school out there. And, people really kind of slept on my music. They didn't really pay attention to it because I'm an R&B singer as well. So I used to do the choir shit and all that stuff. And everybody just knew, that's singing Derrick, but it never I was never that dude music-wise. Where everybody kind of jumped on it. I wasn't the popular kid.
Right.
So coming up, I really was just on the internet a lot. And I looked up to Soulja Boy, Bow Wow, Tiger, because at the time, they had a cult following through social media.
Right.
Internet, Xbox.
It's kind of like the advent of
you feel me?
Started to take off outside of MySpace and
exactly
all that.
So I was really looking at that well, if they doing this right now and I can market off the internet, then I know I'll have a following forever just through social media and just internet in general, instead of just trying to be the cool kid in school. And I was really just paying attention to the brand of an artist rather than just being a dude that just does music. Because you kind of limit yourself in this industry when you just are a person of music.
Right.
When you can do more, you become more of a valuable asset to life, rather than even just being in the industry. My whole purpose is I really want to show people that no matter what you do, as long as you keep it going, you'll prosper, you'll be on top.
Right. So that's a lesson to all you kids out there.
Yeah, man, you don't have to
say Uncle Derrick and you right?
You don't have to compete with them, man.
Compete with yourself, alright?
That's it.
Born in Philly, kind of grew up in Delaware, but after high school, you moved to Florida. So tell the viewers what that whole experience was like.
All right. So my senior, I almost didn't graduate. I was a good kid in school. I just had a hard time with behavior, defiance. I didn't really want to listen to nobody because I didn't trust anybody. My friends weren't really my friends. It kind of was
and of course, with you being in the music, what I've come to realize with a lot of artists is the fact that they get bored easily. So kind of being able to keep their attention becomes a chore. So I'm pretty sure that's something you kind of struggle with yourself.
I didn't do homework. It was always music. Every time I came home, I just made music. I made a goal to do 2 songs a day. And at that time, I had 15 mixtapes out. 16. I think it was 16 because I think the last one I called was 16 or 18 or something. I don't know, but I used to just cover songs, remix songs. I just did so much because I wanted to be seen. And I just believed in myself so much that I just believed in work ethic. It was a school in Florida I wanted to go to called Full Sail.
Yeah, very familiar with Full Sail.
My boy had hit me and was like, nah, you should go to Florida Institute for Recording Sound and Technology. It's cheaper and you learn more. So I was like, I don't know. But then I looked into it and I saw more people about Food Set. I wasn't really rocking with it like that. And my mom was like, you should try the first school he was telling me about. So I was like, all right, bet. So I was gonna take a break. I was just gonna, after I graduated, take a year off and then go to Florida. But mom was like, nah, you need to go like ASAP. So we packed up the Jeep. I had this white Jeep. If you know me, you know I was pushing around that white Jeep for real, like for real, white Jeep. I'm telling you. So we packed up the white Jeep. We shipped it out to Florida. My boy Duclos, who was a DJ out there, had a little radio show that he used to do on his laptop, a little podcast thing. This is before podcast was even popping, right? So he was like, man, get on the mic. I gotta handle something real quick, but just talk on there real fast. So I'm like, all right, what the fuck do I say? So I got on there. It was corny, but then he told me, he was like, man, look, you should host with me. I opened up or whatever, and just get on the mic. So I was like, all right, cool, that sounds dope. Let me try it. So at first I was doing it. I was doing house parties and stuff, just screaming. It wasn't even nothing like crazy. It was real, like harsh, because I was still trying to learn. So I was reaching out to different promoters, and I was like, man, I got the college crowd on lock, because I did still live on the UCF area. And I was like, I got the college crowd on lock. I want to start hosting events downtown at these different clubs because I feel like I can bring them. And you know, promoters are looking at like, well, what do you have to offer? This, that, and the third. We already got this person, that person. So at the time, they weren't trying to pay me. So I was doing hosting for free at one point, and it got to a point, I just got so hot. And anybody who's watching this in Orlando will tell you, I literally was the hottest host. You can say, shout out to, you know, I'm not even gonna say no names, but shout out to everybody that was doing their thing. But me at my age, I was 18. I wasn't even 21. And I was hosting all the major parties.
Now fuck that, we gonna say names now. For those of y'all that don't know, this man, like I said, he's been working, so you got collaborations with Famous Dex.
Yeah,
you got
bro.
songs with Fetty Wap. You got songs with Kodak Black. Tell the viewers how some of those ventures kind of came into place.
Shoot, really, the Fetty Wap came, that was one of my first features. That came from the hosting. I was following Fetty Wap from the college crowd. Everybody was talking about, oh, Fetty Wap, Fetty Wap, Fetty Wap, Fetty Wap. But the people downtown didn't really know his music. So I said, if I could break his music downtown in the market, then we could book him out here for a cheap price, and I could probably get a song. So I was pushing Track Queen in the club heavy. And it got to the point where I reached out to the promoter, and I was like, look, this dude is hot, and we need to bring him. They reached out, I got into contact with him, he ended up coming. I tweeted it and everything. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be the first person to break Fetty Wap in Orlando. So he ended up coming, and you know, I was able to holler at him like, we should do something. Now, of course, I had to pay. That was one of the features I paid for. Like, and I think he charged me like $7,500. But with that, Fetty Wap was the hottest artist at the time. He had Trap Queen, My Way was hot. Drake literally jumped on it maybe 2 weeks after the song me and him had. But everybody was listening to Fetty Wap at that time, and for me to get that price, he shouted me out on Instagram. He posted the song that we had on his Instagram. He reposted it on SoundCloud. So it was more of a personal type of thing than it was just a dude paying him for a feature.
Yeah.
Like he really saw like, damn, like he really helped my career out. And I'm telling him,
of course it's a business, but at the same time, I kind of built that camaraderie. I obviously appreciated the talent. So shout out to Fetty Wap, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Fetty Wap.
Drop a word, and I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Okay, ready? Flutes.
Play with it. Play with it.
Right round bulletproof, don't call me fit. Diamond shining when I'm in the building. Ay, I see my OG get pulled over with $1 million. All you niggas biting swag, boy, y'all my children. Play with it, play with it. Yeah, I don't like you niggas, cause you niggas act like bitches. Only for my bitches, cause
I went on YouTube, and his favorite artist is Bankroll Fresh.
Yeah.
So I went on YouTube and I typed in Bankroll Fresh, type beat, and Bankroll Fresh 2 Chainz type beat came up, and it had like 1,000 views, and it was the playlist beat. Now in the beginning it had like a weird, like a piano thing, but as soon as it dropped, it was like, oh shit.
There you have it. He's humble, he's dope, he's international, he's Derrick Milano, I'm decent. This is Popdust Presents, and we out here.
My name is Derrick Milano. Shout out to Popdust for having me, man. Stay tuned for everything that's coming up. Shout out to my bro Decent. You know how we coming with it. New York, Popdust.